The classic image of heaven is sitting on a cloud and playing a harp. And we always, say, well, that's kind of silly, we're not going to be sitting on a cloud playing a harp. But you have to pay attention to the imagery. Playing a harp, that's symbolism for worship, for singing. And the truth is that in heaven, we will worship. The songs of praise are sung to God unceasingly in heaven. Now, what's my point? I want to say something about music. Music, brothers and sisters, is powerful. Music affects the human spirit. And because it affects the human spirit, we can say it's spiritual. Now, music is meant to glorify God, even if it's cultural music or music associated with sports or dancing or things like that. It's ultimately meant to glorify God because it's meant to lift the human spirit. And music can have negative effects. Okay, let's go through the positive effects first of all. Music, it's meant to heal. It's meant to heal the soul. It's meant to strengthen the soul, and it can calm the soul, or it can, energize the soul, lift the soul up. It can inspire the spirit. That's what music is meant to do. That's the positive effects of music. The negative effects of music, if it's bad music, it'll torment our spirit. It'll sicken. It won't heal. It will sicken our spirit. It'll darken our spirit. It'll corrupt our spirit, and it'll bring a dis-ease into our spirit. So again, it's important. Don't listen to bad music. Listen to good music that heals. And it can be subtle. Some people are listening to music and they don't realize. It's kind of like if you eat something bad, you might not realize right away that you're eating something that's killing you, that's poisoning you, that's harming you. And so too with music. You might listen to music and say, hey, this is great, it feels good to listen to this, but you don't realize that it's corrupting you. Now, and again, it's subtle. Sometimes it's so subtle. Music, almost everyone who is involved in music, who writes music, they know music, it's inspired. Any person who composes or writes music is looking for inspiration. And inspiration can come from God and from his holy angels, or inspiration can come from the devil. And some music, I hate to say it, but it's diabolical. It comes from an evil inspiration that is subtly trying to kill and to corrupt and to destroy. Now, I want to mention we have a young adults retreat, speaking of music, and it's going to be put on by Dave Moore. It's this Saturday, September 12th. We're going to start with 8:30 Mass, and it's going to finish at 1 p.m. And it's going to be it's put on by the young adults, so a special invitation to young adults, but everyone is welcome. It's free. You don't have to register, just show up. But it'll be our first mini retreat where the Catholic speaker is also a Catholic worship leader, and he's going to incorporate his worship into the retreat. And so come, be inspired, let your soul be healed through the ministry of music.